finishing, but I must say this has been the most glorious year of our lives. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
We had the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, but we made it and we did it together, and we are so proud of how far we have come, and we have brought Toastmasters really far this year.
Yeah.
We carried it with us, and that's something we want to pass on to the next generation, that this is something you can carry with yourself. Like, don't waste the past 11 years of excos and 11 years of people who have come before you. And yes.
Can I add one more?
Yes, so let's have this closing address with everyone as a part of our closing
I
address.
add one more to that.
Yes.
When I was a newbie to the club last year, and when they were like, you can take up an exco role, I was actually scared. I told them, I don't have any experience, I don't know what to do. So what I did was I just took it up and then I learned. And then we got, SLAN awards.
We got a SLAN award.
Yeah, I have a line filling in my CV.
Yes.
So take it up.
Okay. Nas, would you like to share something?
I would like to say that when I first joined Toastmasters, Toastmasters is like a family, a second family itself. That's how it is. And because it's very, when I went to other clubs like NUS, they are very formal. And I prefer this particular environment a lot better because we can talk as friends, as family, it was very, it was a space that I can be myself and I can evolve even better at the same time. So that is a culture that I would like to keep on having until forever, basically. Yes. Yeah. So that's for me.
Pretty much say what I want to say already. So I think on top of all the achievement that you just talked about, I think it's amazing that it's a very interesting experience to grow a club, especially when we took over, we only had 8 people. Now we have like 22 members.
We had
24 members.
We had an empty lecture theatre. My opening address was to nobody.
And what he meant by 8 people was 8 excos.
Yeah,
Yes.
8 excos.
Eight
We had 8
excos.
excos. And now we have, not all of them are here obviously, and too bad for them.
Hope they
Yeah,
make it
so
the next
I think
one.
you really have to experience it for yourself, like how do you grow a club. Even I think that is the trend now, isn't it? Like it's a very important skill, be it manager, sales, or whatever positions that you eventually go out and become. Yeah, so look forward to the experience with the next batch of excos.
Okay.
Just the same thing what Han said. It's true that we just had 8 members, and in the program sheet it was really hard because each one of us took 2 roles minimum, 3 was maximum.
So
we were speaking, we were evaluating ourselves. But gradually we grew, there were more members coming in, and speaking from a personal experience, last year there was this one event which was known as the Keynote 2017.
Oh my God.
Last year, where Han, John, I think me, we all were there, and I swear, guys, the lecture theatre was empty. There was no one over there.
Only one.
There was only one slot, and we had to tape some few seats so that people don't sit there. We wanted them to sit forward. And we grew, and we had a sign up of how many people?
Last year for the keynote, including the exco, we had 91. This year, including the exco, we had 148.
Woohoo!
We grew gradually, but most importantly, each of us got skills of doing multitasking, and most importantly, the most essential skill which I believe in today's world, which is public speaking. Thank you very much.
I thought about the cupcakes, how you bake them.
Are we all in the shot?
When you speak, I will zoom into that person.
Back then, when I was joining SIM Toastmasters, September 2016, I could barely speak English fluently, couldn't even communicate with other people well. Actually, I really screwed up my first speech. I didn't speak for 2 minutes, first 2 minutes. Trembling myself, don't know what to do. People were like staring at me. Okay, the time we had 40 people looking at me. Yeah, but actually I have applied exco for my experience in school. I wanted to know how the school structure works, especially the special interest clubs. Before that, I actually really liked Toastmasters since it really did make me improve my English so well. Yeah, so actually after joining Toastmasters, I realized that there are so many things to learn in Toastmasters, even though we had so many ups and downs, especially downs. Yeah, it was so frustrating, but it was also happy for our current year. So I would recommend you all to join our exco committee this year.
John?
Okay, sorry. As we said, we started with 8 people, now we have 24. The numbers is not that easy to get up to that mark because everyone in the exco and everyone in the team have to work on it to increase the count. If you don't have people, you don't feel the environment, you don't enjoy the meeting. If you have more people, you see more faces, you can enjoy the meeting. Otherwise, there is no point to come here to sit for 2 to 3 hours. I think if you have more people, you can grow together. Yeah, it's everyone's responsibility to do in the club.
Hi guys, I'm back again. How I became the VPO actually, like what RJ said, it was because of the event called Keynote. An event that I personally felt screwed up so badly that it could not be saved anymore. As bad as it may seem, I kind of felt that if I were the one who were in charge of the operations, I could have done much better. And that was why I took the job. And I told the previous exco during interviews, it's either I get VPO or I don't do it at all. Yeah, because they did ask me if I want anything. I just said I wanted VPO because I wanted to just like prove and show that this is what I'm capable of doing. And I'm sure that all of you are capable of something very different. Everyone is capable of doing something very different. So at that point, I only joined Toastmasters for like 4 months. And I said, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. And I got it and I'm here. Again, just an advice for all the new excos, and I know most of you, some of you here will be the next exco. Just a word of advice is, times get difficult, but you know what, at the end of the day, like where we all are standing right now, it sort of ends with a sweet note. It feels very fulfilling when you finish. Yeah, that's my advice to everybody. So stay strong.
So I was an exco before this particular best exco that I have had. So basically, the previous excos before ours I was chosen halfway through the term because they didn't have the people kind of left. And they didn't take up the roles. They weren't serious about the roles. So something that that exco did horribly was that they took up these roles as a trophy, and they didn't take it as a responsibility for being in the excos as well. So that is something we are trying to avoid as well. Before you come and take up this role is not just a title for yourself, but it's also something that you have to identify with. So that is something that we, especially my exco, because Toastmasters was a very good club, and that's why I joined Toastmasters, and I saw it going down, and it was so heartbreaking because a lot of members left, a lot of good members left, And then these excos couldn't keep up with it as well. And then we had to step in to, again, bring it all up. So we really want an exco that could actually take up the responsibilities as well. That would also mean for any other excos in any other clubs as well. So the same will be for our Toastmasters as well.
Yeah. So in conclusion, exco is a roller coaster ride, and Toastmasters has finally gone out with the year where we had Human Night. We won the Student Leaders Awards and Appreciation Night Award for Impact Award, as well as the Outstanding Event Award Bronze for Human Night. And we have managed to get more people this term. We have fixed our administration where we have now a logo, we have proper social media use, and we have done everything in our power to give you what we can. And we hope that you guys take this from us as a gift, and with that, we give you our last closing address. Thank you!
Okay.
Yeah, can we just take an expo photo?
We don't have to deal with this. How?
After that, we'll take a group photo, don't worry guys.
Eh, this is not my camera. How?
Switch to, you stop the recording already.
Have I? I don't know if I have.
Oh no.
Press the red button on the right. There's a small red button.